Everyone, welcome to the first CulverCraft Season 6 video of my channel. Today we're going to be working on a factory for our villager trading hall. This is what it's going to be. So I started out by making these pillars. It took me a while. I just started this channel a couple days ago. I'm glad my subscribers have grown pretty largely over the past couple of days. Also, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch pretty regularly. So if you want to check out that, it's IceHot1949 on twitch.tv.com. So CulverCraft is one of the longest running Minecraft Earth bedrock realms out here. It's been going for 6 seasons, and since realms has been up, it started around the month that realms got introduced to bedrock, and it's just been a server that's been growing for a while. I got into it around season 5. Took me a while to get introduced. Everybody's really nice on the server and everything. I got a lot of friends on here and IRL friends, and so then we just build stuff, go to wars, because it's a realm. So how it works is we have these claims. You can claim pieces of area, so it's a 1:3000 ratio world map. And so then we just claim different pieces, and then your builds are how you claim. So if you have like a build in an area, then that land is claimed to you, and so you have to build to then claim the land. This I'm just doing a voiceover because it was kind of hard while doing it while streaming, and so once this cuts over, then we'll be pretty good. The reason I decided to make a factory as my villagers thing was because I actually did this before, but on my survival world. We had a big villager farm, and so then I was like, I want to make this an industrial looking area. And so the one I had originally had like a crane and everything. It was really cool, really big one. I'm probably not going to have all the things. I'll just add a trucking area and probably like a station to like where the trucks would pick up stuff. It's going to be pretty nice. But right now for this episode, I'm just going to focus on building it, not doing the detail or anything yet, because it's going to take me a while. Because on stream it took me like 3 hours. Yeah, it took me like 3 hours just to do it, and details would take even longer than that. Or no, it wouldn't take longer, but it would just be like something that's not really important just for a first episode. Which we're almost done. We're about to cut over the finished project. So, alright, this is a finished project. We just had a bunch of walls. It took me like half an hour to do all of it. So I went over to grab more resources. We're starting the builds on the actual wall for the copper factory. So I decided to use copper. So on CulverCraft, the map is very old, and it hasn't updated fully from what it is, the whole map. And so copper's really hard to find. So I had to find a underground trial chamber to then be able to mine it out for all the copper that I needed. Don't worry about the blue color. Later in the video, I'm going to use my axe and then deoxidize it, so then it looks how it should. If you want any specific builds, always comment down below. I'm going for like a Germanic / Industrial Revolution looking thing, so if you have anything that fits it, make sure to comment if you want to see it. We are about to time skip, so this is what it looks like after we're done. This is like the full build, then I made another one. We're just kind of skipping through these. Then this is when I skipped over and I was naming all my copper golems Clinker. Just kind of thought it was funny. And so this is the build I set up just yesterday, so I'm able to sort through my stuff very efficiently. And they've been doing it pretty well. So it was a good addition. I always thought when they were about to add, I was like, it would be so nice if you could give them like a hoe and a water bucket and like some seeds, and then they would farm for you. But that would be like a cool future add-on if they decide to do that. Because like farming can become like industrialized. I think that would be cool if we were able to do that. Make it so then we don't have to set up those dumb villager farms no more. Because they can be a pain to set up, and sometimes they don't even work on bedrock. It's a pain. Bedrock is so buggy with some of that stuff. So I'm continuing building on my walls. Are y'all happy that Mojang is finally not doing the MOBA anymore? I was pretty excited for it. Because there's so many cool stuff that we never got that we just completely missed out on because they didn't get the MOBA. Like, I would love that, like, Royal Blaze thing that would be found in the fortresses. That's so cool. That's such a good addition. That should have been added in the Nether update. And it would have fit so well, especially if they just redid the fortresses and made this whole chamber for it and everything. It would be cool. Make it that you get, like, an armor or a sword or something from it. Something like that's, like, it would be worth fighting it for. Or its shield. Like, its shield would be so cool to get, because it had, like, 9 of them. And so it makes sense for one of them to drop. At this point, I was almost pretty done with the building of the actual walls. Because they took forever to just build the walls. Because, like, I edited most of this, so it wouldn't be as long. And that it would only have, like, me actually building it. But it took me, like, 45 minutes just to do all the walls. But it turned out very well, so I'm not complaining or anything. That's what I wanted it to. Have, like, a good look to it like it had on my private world. Now we finally finished with the side walls. This is exactly how the one that I had in my actual survival world looked. Just kind of jumping around looking at all the progress and everything. So we were about to cut to where I go and get the copper grates for the windows. I really like how this build over here turned out. It looks pretty good. I like how the floor looks. I went for a different floor style eventually on the actual factory though. Just so it looks more like an actual factory floor and less of a stable type thing that I was going for with this. This was before I actually moved the stone cutter over. I will have to come back multiple times before I actually moved the stone cutter. So it would be closer and so it's easier to do. Because for some reason I didn't bring it with me. We're going to cut over to me making the first grate. So that's how the first window turned out. I like how it looked. It looks like somebody told me on the server that it looks like a hash brown. So this is when I'm working on the sides. These are the sides of the entrances that I like to add these little grates in. I think they look nice when they're on the sides like this. This is when I was checking my Spotify, because the whole time I was just listening to Spotify music since there wasn't too many people in the streams, which I hope I can get the numbers up soon. But again, I've only been streaming for a day, so you gotta be humble with it. This is when I cut to the other side of it. It was starting to come together really well right now. Oop, I glitched there. I didn't even realize that when I was editing. Oh yeah, this is when I cut to doing the roof. So the roof, I decided to use tough bricks because they look really nice. On my original blueprints, though, I only used actual like stone bricks, but I thought, these have better texture, might as well use them. Plus, I have a lot more tough than I do stone bricks. So you got a lot more tough than I have stone. I didn't feel like smelting a ton of stuff just for really not that much of brick. Once I'm done with this layer, then I'll probably cut over to the part where I'm done with this side of it. We are about to make the cut to it, because I just got done with this. Which, how's everybody's weekend been going? Mine's been pretty good. When I was building up here, it looks pretty well. Like I did a good job with that part up there. The design took a while to turn out properly. When I was editing, I decided on a 30-minute video, just because it's like long enough, but not like it's a long enough introduction, but not like short enough that it's not like a 20-minute video. I didn't want to make it like how like a cartoon would be, where it's just 20 minutes. It would be like 24 minutes. So this is how it ended up with. Don't worry about the blue texture. I'm going to oxidize it later in the video. Or deoxidize it. So I just continued with the stone, or the brick and granite texture for up here for this area. Just because it looks better from the sides than the copper does. Plus I don't like to use too much of like one color. Even though I used like a ton of copper for the walls, but the copper, it has a lot of texture to it, so it doesn't look too bad. Plus I can always add like just like normal blocks as well when I'm detailing later in the future. I didn't want to detail the roof too much though, just because like that would take way too long to do all that during one stream. So now I'm working on the third roof, and I forgot to, I didn't do one more block than I should, because it has to go out past the things, which is 3, and I don't know why I did it. So, like, during this time, there's only, like, 10 people on as well. Like, since it's a realm, it can only hold 10 people. He doesn't have, the owner doesn't have the mod that allows, like, more than 10 people to join, which is fine. Well, he doesn't have any more. It used to be that it was on the server, but an update made it not work no more, so it's kind of a pain. Yeah, so everybody has like their own nation, and there's like 3 big ones right now. There's the American League, which is made up of a bunch of tiny nations, which I'm a part of the Flint Hills Republic because I'm stationed in Kansas. And then then there's the Fey Reach, which is in Europe. And there's Orichtis, which is in Ireland. I had to make some boats for those. So if you look on like my old shorts, then there's, or not my old shorts, but my shorts from like 2 days ago, I have like boats and stuff. That was when I was working for them for a hefty paycheck. Make some good cash. Or not real cash, but diamonds, you know. Gotta keep those stocks up with your diamonds. This is when I finally brought over the stonecutter. I brought over the stonecutter a little bit ago because I kept forgetting to. And so I had to edit all the parts out where I had to run to get it and then run back. If you want to see more of these types of videos where I'm like talking and then talking over like a already record video and I'm just building, then let me know. Or if you just want to see like just the progress in me talking about it once it's already finished, and me like going through like steps, being like, this is what it looked like with the brick pillars. This is what it looks like when I added the things. It would be like a shorter form of content, but it would be. It would just be audio over top of it, the same either way. Because I'm not going to be able to make audio good enough when I'm streaming. Because like of the stream that I did, this is a 30-minute video. I did a 3-hour, 45-minute stream. So like a lot of that's just me just walking around or talking to people on the call. So it wasn't really me explaining what was going on, everything that I had plans for this. And also, if you like have any other game like ideas that you want me to see, like, or you want me to play or whatever, because like I have a bunch of games. I was thinking about doing trying out Silksong, or at least Hollow Knight, since I haven't played Hollow Knight before, and I heard that like Hollow Knight's the easier one. Apparently, I don't know. Don't murder me if I'm wrong about that. Hollow Knight community. Not too invested in those types of games, well, those types of games. It's kind of like a Dark Souls type game, and I've played all the Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, like those ones. I just haven't gotten to the Hollow Knight since I've never done Metrovanias. Other than like maybe Mario, if that is counted as a Metrovania. Because it's like one of those platformer games, but I could be wrong. So I was fixing these sides that I originally, I didn't realize that I was doing them wrong. So I had to come back and do them. So this is it completely finished. I lit up everything so mobs wouldn't spawn on top. Yeah, and so that's what it looked like. And I just have to do the sides with these. And yep, finished them all. Just did a cut, did all of them done. All the windows are done. All I have to do is add glass behind them and they'll look good. So let's cut again. And this is the other side completely finished. They're looking pretty good. And so that's all of it, except I forgot that pillar. So it's probably going to cut one more time, and then I'll have the whole thing filled, and it'll just be fixing the floor and the windows. Actually, I don't even think I cut here. I think I just continue. I add these grates things. I think they look good because they're not like, they're still a full block and they're not like glass, so they're not completely see-through. So they add like a good like texture. What's your guys' opinion on them? I haven't really, cause I don't deal with copper much. This is like this and the other build are like the only two builds I've ever made with copper. I think I might have used it for a roof one time, but that was about it. And so that everything's done. I just have to do the floors and the windows. Then I'm gonna put white windows behind those things. Oh no, I forgot the whole thing. So these are the overhead. So now we're working on the actual entrance. So basically it's just a stair. Then there's some bricks, and then there's just the layer of copper on the back side that makes it look like a complete build. And I'll do this for both sides. The exact pattern and everything. Which if you can use this as a tutorial if you want to make something similar to it at least. I don't have the exact measurements down because I wasn't planning on it being a tutorial, but if you want to make a build like this, you can. I got inspiration from just like other factories on like Google and stuff to make it look. I might add like a big chimney to like two of them or something. I don't know. I haven't done that with my previous one, but this is like the time to like innovate with stuff like that. This is when the zombies showed up. I like severely lighted the place after this because they kept spawning. I need to get scaffolding. I always use this water bucket and then it ruins my torches. But like it's better than like having to block up or whatever. But I'd rather just get scaffolding because they're a lot easier to use. This is when I was adjusting that because it looks better if you just do it like this. I like that they added so much more stuff for copper. It was about time. They should have done it in the first update. Okay, this is whenever Waffles was trying to teleport to me, so we were buying amethyst, so it'll eventually cut out during this portion, and then because I was TPing to him, and so I didn't want to keep that in the video. Because before this, I was asking him if he could get me some amethyst, since I needed some. I was originally going to make the windows dark, but then I couldn't find enough, or he didn't have enough amethyst to make enough tinted windows for it, so then I just used white glass because it looks pretty good too. The tinted I'll probably use for my mob farm because they're pretty good for that, so you can actually see, like, make sure your stuff's spawning without the light going in. Yeah, this is when I cut to this part, so like I cut back and he gave me the amethyst and everything, so I just wanted to cut here. I made the cut clean so people couldn't really tell. I cut, and this is when I was making all the glass for it. For the windows, because I had already made the amethyst glass and realized it wasn't enough for what I was going for. But from the other side, this looks pretty good. I forgot, because I ended up missing a piece there and it annoyed me, so I had to go and redo it. Or no, I didn't miss it. It probably lagged, and then it probably didn't place properly. Because this is when I spotted it and then ran back and replaced it. I was doing the other windows. It's probably going, yeah, so I did a couple of the windows, and then I just cut to me having the floor digged out, because I was going to do the design for it. I didn't want to, because it took me a second, so I didn't want to have that on here, putting up time. So I went for like a granite block, because I had a lot of granite, and it looks pretty good, mixed with the brick and copper. Makes it look like a factory floor, and then I'll mix it with some brick on the floor to make it look like how the pillars are. Has that nice like floor texture to it. I don't know. And I wanted to give it a nice design though, so it would just like pop more. Have like a cool design to it. Then I also have to make a meeting hall for a festival that my nation is going to be holding soon, so that'll probably be the next project, will be a festival. Which I have 2 weeks to do that anyways, so we'll be good. I don't have to worry too much about it. Alright, so we were finally getting close to having the floor finished. Also during this time I had sand smelting, so then I would have my glass for my windows ready. They give you a banner kit, so my banner is a glass orb, because you can make your own like lore for your nation. So my nation, it's the Flint Hills Republic. It's in Flint Hills, Kansas, and it follows the T-Bali mythos, and specifically Muhen, which is the god of fate. And so then that's our like patron, and he gives us the ability to see the future and like the lore and stuff. And so I'm like a fortune teller, which I'm the leader of the nation, but there's only me and then like one other person who hasn't really been on too much, who said they were going to do this nation with me, and then dipped. It's pretty funny, because we're just gonna originally just do a hillbilly like bunker and stuff out here, and I was like, I'm gonna make this into like a full-fledged like kingdom just out in Kansas that can foresee futures, be like so you could be like we're like oracles just out here, homeless, well, not homeless no more, but hillbilly, T-Bali religious Muhen followers out here in the middle of nowhere, Kansas, that are making a fortress for the coming of days that just tells all the other big nations when their death will be. And as long as your lore isn't like oh yeah, my nation will win no matter what, you can have like crazy lore. Like since the thing started, we have this person that's an elderly man. His name is Holden. He is and the owner role plays him, and so then he's like insane. He's an insane terrorist that just puts mayhem on the server. Like last year, he blew up the entirety of California, and this year he already blew up King's Prison. No, it's not like it's only griefing. Like he'll ask you, the owner will ask you if like you want like it blown up. Make sure not just like blow up your stuff or anything. It's all like in good fun. It's kind of like bedrock hermitcraft. That's what I always say. Because like everybody's really nice. Wars go on, but it's nothing serious. You're not gonna destroy your stuff if you don't want it to. But we do have stealing from like there will be stealing from like people, but the stealing's banned. All the bad stuff's banned. Like you will be taken out. Like if you're breaking the rules or anything, which is good. It's so hard to find a good bedrock realm that actually has mods and admins that actually want to enforce the rules and actually care. Because there's like none. That's probably why it's lasted so long. That CulverCraft has been able to thrive and not get stomped out by like cheaters. Because there has been a lot of cheaters. Literally just yesterday, there was this kid who's cheating, and his brother gave us his realm password, and we went into his realm and blew up his realm just because he was cheating in ours. So now we're cutting over, and this is when I was making all the glass windows. Finishing up on the thing. This video is coming to a close. It was a good video. Stream was good. I didn't have too many problems with the realm. Sometimes the realm has crashes because of how many people were trying to get on. Which people were probably tired of me because I was just on here for 4 hours straight. It has a little thing to show how much time passes. Oh, I forgot I was cutting here. So yeah, it shows the me finishing. We're placing the last block. And we're done. It's finished. It looks beautiful. We got it done. Look at that. It turned out so good. I'm so glad. Look at the sides. I really like how the hash brown windows turned out. They look very well. Like, they look very good and everything. Coming to an end. So, okay. Thank you for everybody who is going to watch this, for everybody that watched the stream, for everything. It's been great. Follow, subscribe, do whatever you want. I don't care. See y'all. Have a good day.